Welcome back to LPB Racing. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and we hope you enjoy the content that you're about to see. LPB Racing presents the LPB N300 Touring Series. This is round 7, race 3 from Blue Moon Infield A. Hi everyone, and welcome back to LPB Racing for the LPB N300 Touring Series here on GTSport. This is the last race of the season, round 7, race 3 at Blue Moon Speedway Infield A reverse. So let's take you through the grid for this one. So it's reverse grid from the last one. So it's Sarex on pole position because he was the first one to disconnect last time, with Woo Woo second in his Genesis because he disconnected as well from the last race. So I'm lucky for them too. But you know, with each cloud comes the silver lining, and they get pole position in second. So it's Firepower third in the Hyundai, with Will in his Hyundai in fourth. So it's Hyundai 1 to 4. Then it is Unforgiven fifth in the Megane. Then we've got Nifty in the Civic in 6th. We've got Twerdy 7th in the Focus, with Pash in the Genesis in 8th. Scott's 9th in his Genesis, with Neil Farmack in 10th in the Megane. Then we've got Techno 11th in the Civic after a good race last time round, with Stealth in 12th. Then we have Bidster 13th and TY in 14th. So we've got Bidster and Sarex, who are battling out for the championship. So if Bidster wins the race, Sarex needs to be in the top 5 to win the championship. So he's won more races, so if he finishes in the top 5 and Bidster wins, that'll be equal on points, but Sarex will get it on wins. So off we go then for race 3. We're away well, and there goes all the Hyundais away. Then further back we'll see the BMWs coming through the pack from the back, because we've got plenty of front wheel drives at the back. So we'll see him ploughing through. And there's Bidster, he's already up to 5th place. What a start from Bids! What a start! As we go around the first corner, he's already passed his teammate, and he's round the outside of everyone. In 4th place, round the outside he goes. Woo Woo and Sarex into turn 1. Bidster's already in the top 3, or top 4 should I say. She's 4th place now, everyone else through turn 1 nicely. We've got an out of control Techno in the background in the Honda. There's Scott on the inside of Twerdy, and trying to have a look at Pash as well as you go through the first few hairpins. We've got Bidster attacking Will now. Bidster's already up to 3rd place. What a start from Bids, doing everything he needs to do to catch Sarex. So doing everything he can, but Sarex is still in a championship winning position. He needs to be in the top 5 if Bidster wins the race. So into the next corner, Bidster alongside Woo Woo now, and into the inside line goes Bids. And Woo Woo has to succumb to the BMW, who gets a little tap from the Hyundai saying no you don't, but he says yes I do. Through into 2nd place. There's Nifty in 6th place, holding up Pash and Scott and everyone else further back. TY's not making the progress he needs in this race. He's got the BMW, but he's not doing too well to make up progress, because he could end up catching Neil Farmack or Scott in this for the championship. So, for 4th in the championship. So we'll have to see what happens there. But onto the straight. Bidster catches Sarex. Catches his championship rivals. The 2 championship contenders pass each other. Bidster into the lead. Sarex giving a little flash of the light saying I'm still here, I'm still in 2nd. Need to get more people to pass me first. So Bidster in 1st place now. Sarex needs to finish in the top 5. If he goes any lower than 5th, Bidster wins the championship. So Bidster's doing all he can. But remember, if Bidster gets fastest lap as well, that could help him out even more. And that means that Sarex will have to finish in the top 4. So we'll have to watch out for that. Currently Sarex holds the fastest lap, with it being the 1st lap. Further back, TY passes Nifty Dark Ninja in the BMW. Finally moves up in that BMW, does TY. Nifty looking for, massive twitch there from TY. I think that was more likely than anything. But Pash having a look at the Honda now. Pash in the Hyundai, hoping to pass the Honda of Nifty, but Nifty gets the foot down in the Civic with the more power and gets ahead and holds on to 7th. So everyone further back, not particularly swapping places too much. Got Stealth and Techno having a little battle further back as well. Will's holding off Unforgiven, who's catching up in the Megane. There he goes, Unforgiven. Onwards we go. Unforgiven trying to have a go at Will into the last corner. The Megane able to take a tighter line on the inside, but Will will get the foot down on the way out and pull away a little bit. He's got the draft of Woo Woo as well. Down the straight we go. Meanwhile, there's Scott. He's trying to attack Pash in the Hyundai, but Hyundai's all together here, but Twerdy in the Focus, catching up to the lot of them. There he is in the more power-heavy car. And Scott goes to the inside of Pash, has a little look on the inside. There's Neil Farmack in the Renault further back. Meanwhile, TY on the inside of Unforgiven, trying to get past them all. But up here, Unforgiven's past Will as well. Will moves down 2 places there. She's been passed by Unforgiven and TY. If TY can get on the move here and move Cyrex down, that'll help Bidster out, but we'll have to see what happens here. Cyrex is in a very solid second place so far. Pash on the inside as well. TY goes wide, very wide in the BM. Pash holds off Scott in 8th place. TY recovers and he should have the momentum out the corner, and he does. He holds on to 4th place. Next target is Woo Woo and Cyrex. Further back, Pash alongside Scott, side by side into the left-hander. Pash holds on. Twirdy ever so closer in the background. The purple Focus trying to stick his nose down the inside there, but no way through. Just trying to pressurise Scott into a mistake, but Scott's got to watch forwards and backwards here. He's looking forwards though, because he's attacking Pash on the inside into the last corner. Side by side go the 2 Hyundais into and out of the last corner, and Pash holds on again. But now further up front we've got Nifty, who's passing Will now. Nifty's turned to pass Will. Will's going backwards here, not having the best of seasons here. Hopefully can do much better next season. Go across the line and onto another lap. Into the first turn. Twirdy side by side with Pash and Scott as he goes through on the inside. Goes very low on the oval. Pash goes low as well. Scott now goes low, trying to get the inside into the next right-hander. Pash hits the wall before the turn in though. That's not going to help his momentum. Neil Farmack's now on this bunch as well. Neil Farmack and the Skittles Racing McGann. He's on the hunt here as well. Nice battle back here. And also further up front, TY is now into 2nd place. TY is now into 2nd place in the race, and Woo-Woo's closing on 4th. Well, closing on 3rd, sorry. Forgiven, Nifty and Will all together there. Will's gone back down a few places. There's Pash. Scott has got past him now. Scott passed him at the previous hairpin, I think, and Scott gets into 8th place. Pash moves down to 9th. Got a little bit of a battle going on for the independent trophy as well. Obviously Cyrex has more or less got that sewn up now. I think he has. But it's between TY, Scott, Unforgiven and Twirdy and Pash for that, so we'll have to watch out for that as the race goes on. But meanwhile, Bidster leads the way. Fastest lap is also in his hand as well. 1:22.4. He holds the fastest lap of the race. So that means that Cyrex needs to finish in the top 4 to be champion. There is a bit of a gap from Woo Woo in 4th back to Unforgiven and Nifty Dark Ninja, who are battling together, but they are doing quite quick lap times still, so don't rule them out. There's TY. Let's have a look further back at the Twirdy Pash battle. Twirdy's ahead of Pash now, so Unforgiven goes up onto the grass. He goes wide out of the sort of 2nd corner and runs wide, hits the wall, and Scott now taking advantage, trying to go through on the inside as well to move him down to 8th place, trying to pressurise him, but Unforgiven stays on the inside line. But no, Scott closes that door down and Unforgiven is left with nowhere to go. Pash! Oh, Pash getting a bit too annoyed with himself and gets on the power early and loses out to Neil Farmack. Neil Farmack's going to pass him there. You can see there he passes him. So Unforgiven now back into 9th place, so he's gone from 6th to 9th in the space of a couple of corners. Not good news, but he's got the draft from everyone though, so we could see him pulling himself back up. See how that goes on. Meanwhile, Firepower's just struggling this season in the PG Tips car, so just having a bit of an issue and not enjoying this track so much. Likes it forwards, doesn't really like the reverse circuits, doesn't really get on with them very well. Meanwhile, Twirdy attacking Will. He's got past Will now with the power of the Focus. He should be able to get past Scott before the end of the straight. Look, he's already catching up as it is. There we go. Twirdy looking to get past Scott. There we go. Twirdy to the inside line. Scott on the outside. Twirdy should hold this on the inside and get through. He does, but can the Hyundai hold on around the outside? It's going to be a tough ask. Twirdy's going to get that car stopped on the inside line, and he does so. Brilliant move there from Twirdy, but then Scott gets a good run, so does Will. The 2 Hyundais really putting the pressure on the Ford driver. Into the hairpin, still side by side between Twirdy and Scott. Now Will's joining in 3 wide now into the next hairpin. Will makes it 3 wide. But Scott holds the inside line and holds 6th place. Twirdy still can't get through, goes for the cut back on the way out the corner, gets on the power early. But again, the Focus wheel spinning, pulling itself out the corner, scrambling for grip. Will pulls back alongside, but the power of the Focus holds on to 7th place, so he can't quite get 6th place yet. He's doing his best. He can't quite do what he needs to do just yet. Oh, Scott goes wide though. He's handing it out on a silver platter to him. So he goes round the outside, so does Will. Unforgiven's going to give it a try as well. Monster versus Monster car. They are not teammates, by the way. They are not teammates, but both going for similar livery cars. As Neil goes to the inside of Unforgiven, having a little look through, but no way through for the Skittles driver. No way through just yet. Meanwhile, up front, Bidster still holds the lead and the fastest lap, which means Sarex needs to be in the top 4. TY second, Sarex is third. And they've got quite a good gap actually over Nifty Dart Ninja in 5th. So there we are, there's the gap. I would say by looking, that's probably about a 4 second gap. 4.5, 5 second gap maybe. So yeah, they've got a bit of time between them. So let's see how that goes. As Neil Famek to the inside of Unforgiven now, but Neil loses momentum on the way out the corner, and Unforgiven will hold on to the place unless Neil can send it down the inside. But no, he doesn't do that. I know it's the last race of the season, but Neil is sensible. He's been with us for a long time. He knows what he's doing. Meanwhile, further back, Pash and Techno. Pash has gone into the hands of Techno and them now, so not helped out by the mistake he did earlier. Techno and Stealth catching up. Stealth not enjoying that BMW very much. But it is his first round with us, and he's done a very good job. The Scottish driver done a very good job so far. So very happy to have him on board with LPB Racing as well. Solid lad, and did very well in his first race. So we'll keep track of his progress over the coming months. Meanwhile, Bidster still holds the fastest lap of the race. TY's gone purple though. Could he nick it off Bidster, which could be crucial for the championship? No, not quite. Bidster's a 122.4, TY a 122.6. Bidster keeping his foot down, I think he's probably just trying to keep a good gap in case he makes a mistake, but also trying to go for the fast lap as he drifts through turn 2. Let's see how TY takes it. Not as much drift, a bit more understeer for TY. As Bidster gets on the power and has a bit of fun with the oversteer. Sarex is still holding on to third though. He might as well try and battle Woo Woo for third, and try and keep more points in the bag. So we'll see how that goes, because they are actually going faster than the guys behind, even though Nifty has just done a personal best. So it's the Honda and the Ford working together now, so they could actually, if they work together enough, they could catch the cars in front. So that could be crucial. We'll have to keep an eye on that as the race develops. Meanwhile, Bidster with a massive lead in the Jaffa Cakes BMW. Meanwhile, TY there in the OP wagon, as he calls it. You see on the number plate, it says OP wagon on the back. And what's it say on the front? It says keep fighting Thunder, for our buddy Thunder, who's fighting cancer at the minute. So we are wishing him all the best, and we hope to have him return in a championship or two's time. So we wish the best for Thunder at this time. So Sarex holds on to third. He's still holding on to third place. Sarex is doing he's doing everything he needs to do. Look at the gap behind, it's getting bigger. So Nifty Dart Ninja in 5th place. Let's see what that time he can do. Can he start catching the guys in front? Meanwhile, the guys behind are all in all sorts of battles here. Neil Farmack, Unforgiven, everyone else. And meanwhile at the back we've got Pash. Oh, Stealth. Looks like there's been some contact there. Looks like a bit of wheel spin, and Stealth's gone slower there. So some possible contact. But everyone's got away with things. Oh, we've lost Firepower from the race. Firepower has disconnected, a very, very rare disconnection for Firepower there. So unlucky for Firepower. So that is not good for the team. So as they're battling with Automatic Racing for the team's championship. So I know there's only one car in for Automatic Racing, but every car counts here. So Bidster goes into the complex section and out the other side into the fast right-hander, holding on to the lead well, doing whatever he needs to do. TY at 122.5, he's getting closer and closer to Bidster's time here. Bidster might have to think about responding to the fastest lap, but again, remember, we can see this, he can't. So Bidster, reigning champion, can he hold the number 1 for another season, or will Sarex take it off him? It's between him and Sarex for this championship. Sarex in the Hyundai for this round, so Bidster saved the BMW for this round to try and get as many points as he can in the last bit of the championship. But Sarex has got the work to do in 3rd place, and he's hold on to Woo Woo, and TY still not took the fastest lap off Bidster yet. Bidster still holds on to that extra point, which could be crucial. With a massive gap now between Woo Woo, and see there's Woo Woo and Sarex. You can see the cars behind, you can see Nifty and them behind. So the massive gap now between them lot. So that's going to aid Cyrex's hope, and Bidson's doing all he can, but Cyrex is in the prime place at the minute for winning the championship. In the team's championship, Jaffa Cakes have already won it before they came into this round. As Twirly looks to the inside of Nifty, there's a bit of contact as we go into the corner, but we're okay. So Nifty holds on, Twirly holds on behind. Now that's not going to help him go forwards, but it'll help him go backwards, because these lot will be able to sniff at the chance. As Neil Farmack now moves into 7th place. The Skittles car's been working hard while we've been watching the other guys, so sorry for missing that action, but Neil Farmack in 7th place then moves up ahead of Scott. And Unforgiven, Will in 10th place in the Invisible Glass Hyundai there. And then we've got Pash, Stealth and Techno at the back of the grid. 2 rear-wheel drive cars doing well here. Stealth finally getting used to that BMW, but it's a bit late now. He should have the power on Pash here. Pash will defend the inside, will not make it easy for him. Pash wants every point he can to go through the left-hander into the fast right-handers. Tip the car in, try and balance the car on the edge of grip. Through the last corner goes Nifty and Twirly alongside each other. Twirly's pulled alongside the Honda now. Ford versus Honda in straight line speed. There shouldn't be much in this, but the Honda should have just have the edge over the Focus, which it does. Just has the edge. And Twirly now tucks into the draft. Gets a bit of draft. Will he go for the inside line into the oval? Or will he wait behind? He's going to wait behind. He goes to the inside of the track, just defending the line a bit more. Twirly then goes for the cutback on the inside. Brake. Don't come together, boys. Don't come together. Twirly takes the inside line and Nifty goes wide. Side by side down to the hairpin. Right-hand hairpin, double apex. But you do it as one. Twirly, just a bit of contact mirror to mirror as they go into the corner, but Twirly takes 5th place. Good job by Twirly there. And can he catch Woo Woo? I don't think he's going to have time. We've got just over 3 laps remaining, and I don't think he's going to get that gap down unless he can ditch Nifty. But very close race. Neil Farmack still holds on to 7th place with Scott, Unforgiven both giving chase in the Hyundai and the Renault. There's Will in the Hyundai 10th. Stealth's catching these boys now. He's finally got his act together with that BMW. He's past Pash. Let's see what he can do with the Beamer. Will goes off the track. That's going to help him. So Will not taking the grass cutting route. So he will need that invisible glass to actually clean his windscreen. As he then gets a penalty as well. That's not going to help either. So a penalty for cutting the inside of the corner. Takes it now before the straight. Sensible stuff from Will. But so not so sensible with getting the penalty in the first place. So unlucky for Will. But let's see what he can do with the remainder of the race. Never been a big fan of the road cars, Will, but doing a good job regardless. Cyrex, can he hold off Woo Woo? Can he hold off Woo Woo and stick to his 3rd place? I mean, even if he finishes 4th, he'll win the championship, but it'd be good to finish it on the podium if he can. And Nifty's back in front of Twirly again, so they've swapped again. The Honda's passed him on the straight. There's Will. Oh, there's Stealth into shot. Oh, he's lost the back end though. Slides too much, hits the grass and loses control, and then he's going to go down to last place now, or he might hold on to 12th if he can hold the inside line. He's going to try, but Techno will be able to drive around the outside, and Stealth then falls down to the back of the grid again. So unlucky for Stealth. Just it is his sorry guys, he might turn himself off. There we are. Yeah, Stealth, it is his first race or first round with us, so he's in the BMW because he can, and yep, so he's got to learn a bit so far. He's got to learn, but again, he's been chucked into the road cars. They're not easy to drive, especially when it's like that, very drifty. Meanwhile at the front, Bidster's been caught by TY. TY's took the fastest lap off Bidster. TY has took the fastest lap off of Bid, so now Cyrex can relax because he can finish in the top 5 and still win the championship. So Cyrex has more or less got this unless he bins it or he disconnects, so we've got to make sure he gets to the end. So he's still keeping Woo Woo at bay, so he's trying his best. Meanwhile, Bids has lost some time there to TY. TY's been doing 20. Look at all the 22s from lap 7 all the way to the recent lap, all in the 22s. Bids has been dipping in and out, faster laps, slower laps, faster laps, slower lap. So not good for Bids. Not being as consistent as TY in this race. He's trying his best though. He's trying to get that fastest lap back. Lap 13 of 14 here. Last lap is approaching. Penultimate lap of the race we are on at the minute. Sarac's move, but further back. Neil Farmack's call to Twirdy and Nifty. Twirdy's got a penalty to get rid of as well. Was that contact or was that track limits? We'll have to find out. Apologies for the nose, guys. Allergy season. But Twirdy there under pressure from Neil Farmack, looking for a way through in the McGann. He's got to try and get as close as he can around the corners, because on the straight that Honda and that Focus will be a lot faster, and Twirdy's got to get rid of that penalty. If it is a track limit one, if it's a contact one, he doesn't have to bother. Into the last corner, he goes for the inside. Clearly it's not a track limit penalty, because he's gone for the move on the inside. He's not bothered. Goes for the inside of Nifty Dark Ninja, and up the straight we go. Last lap for Bids. TY holds the fastest lap of the race at 1:22.2. Bids is trying to go for the fastest lap now, but it's not going to be enough. In fact, TY is going for the win, but I don't think he's going to get close enough to Bids, I don't think. Sarex still holding on to third place, holding off Woo Woo in the Hyundai. Meanwhile, Honda and Ford and Renault going to battle, front wheel drive battle into turn 1. Nifty and Twirdy go a bit wider there. Neil goes into the corner and out of it. We're along on the inside line. Has he got it? He's sticking his nose down the inside, and now Scott's trying to follow through as well. Scott's trying to go hard. There's a gap in the middle. I'll go in there. And they're saying, no, don't do that. Twirdy goes for the inside again. Bang! And that! Twirdy elbows out, elbows, fist, shoulder, you name it, he's using it. Scott goes through the middle of both of them. But meanwhile, up at the front, we've missed it, but Bidster wins the race. He's done all he can. TY took the fastest lap off him, but Sarex, he's going to hold on to third, I think. He's going to try and hold on to third. Woo-Woo's right behind him now. Sarex, can he hold on to third place for the championship? Sarex's first ever LPB Racing championship is about to come his way. Sarex takes the checkered flag and wins the LPB N300 Touring Series. Flashed his lights. Sarex wins the championship. Well done to him. A big well done to Sarex. Been trying for a while and he's done it. Well done. Woo-Woo 4th. Here's the rest of them. Nifty 5th. Neil Farmack gets 6th from Twirdy in 7th. Scott 8th. Unforgiven 9th. Will's going to be in 8th. Is Will going to get it? Or is Pash going to get him on the line? Very close between the two cars. And it's just Will from Pash. And then further back we've got Techno just from Stealth. So we'll just go to the replays of the race, followed by the results and the final standings of the championship. Okay, so now let's have a look at the replays of race 3 from Blue Moon. Okay, here's a replay of the start then. Let's watch how good a start Bidster got, because he went from 13th all the way to almost 3rd place by the end of the first lap. So he just hooks it up clean as anything. Quick gear change. Another quick gear change, and he's right on the outside line, and he's drafting past everyone. He gets a nice draft from Firepower in the Hyundai, and then he goes straight past everyone. Look, he's already passing Nifty Dark Ninja, his teammate as well, into the turn 1. So we're going to go wide here. Everyone pulls down on the inside. Unforgiven comes up to the top of the track. A little bit of contact with Bidster there, but we're okay. Into the next corner. We're on the outside of Will, but we decided to let Will go just to be safe. And straight from 13th to 4th in 2 corners. Well done to Bidster. And now here's a replay on lap 5 of what happened to Unforgiven. So he was going to the inside there with Nifty to the inside, but doesn't quite make the move stick. And then Unforgiven goes a bit wide. Now watch here, he just goes into the corner, puts a bit of power on, brakes too late. Then the car slides off the oval and goes wide onto the grass, and then rejoins. And then he rejoins right in the middle of Will and Scott's battle. And now here's an onboard with Neil Farmack just after that. This is what happens to Pash. So watch Pash's car on the inside curb. Puts power on too early, over-rotates the car, and a bit of smoke. Just runs to the inside as he oversteers on the power and goes back to 11th. And now here's a replay on board with Neil Farmack for some contact that happened between him and Twirdy. So see Nifty and Twirdy alongside each other in round the turn 1 into turn 2. Brake into the corner. There's a tiny bit of contact as Nifty runs wide. Neil's got a good run here, and then he thinks he'll go to the outside, but then just carries too much speed. There's a little bit of contact there with Twirdy, and watch. Bing! There we are. It gives Twirdy a 1-second penalty for something that he did not do, so he can just keep going round and that penalty will not count. But then we see Neil goes to the inside. He has a little look on the inside. Twirdy trying to hold it around the outside, trying to hold the momentum on the Renault, and they get on the power. They are side by side now down to the next corner, but you see the Ford gets the power on and holds 6th place. And now the final replay on board with Neil Farmack. Let's have a look at some of the mad action on the last lap further back. So Twirdy and Nifty alongside each other. There's Scott and Unforgiven watching behind. Then Twirdy goes into the wall. Neil gets a good run on the Ford driver and then gets on the power, but Twirdy comes across trying to get past Nifty as well. But Neil straight down the inside of the Focus and tries to take 6th place. He gets on the power and he just about does so. Now Scott and Unforgiven are on the case of the Ford. Then the Ford goes, waha! I'm at the inside. Give me the space. And then Neil's like, no, you don't. You don't pass me like that. And Neil gets the power on and Twirdy lets him go. But then Scott's trying to get in there as well and take another place off him. And then the Ford gets a move on. There's a bit of contact between Scott and Twirdy as Unforgiven goes on the outside. 3 wide now into the left-hander. Twirdy's got the inside line, bit of contact between him and Scott, couldn't be avoided, and then they go through the last few corners. See there, Nifty's got a few lengths now on Neil Farmack. Twirdy's holding on to the Hyundai and the Renault as well. So let's now go and look at the final race results of the season. So it is Bidster who wins the last race of the season. Well done to Bids in the M3 with TY second in his M3. Then it is Sarex third in the Hyundai. We'll have to wait and see if that's enough for him to win the championship or has Bidster got it. We'll have to see. Woo Woo in fourth in the Genesis with Nifty's Type R in fifth. We've got sixth for Neil Farmack in the Megane. Twirdy seventh in the Focus with Scott eighth in the Hyundai as we go over the page. Then we have Unforgiven ninth in the Megane. The Genesis of Will in 10th. Pash 11th in his Genesis. Then it is Techno in 12th place in the Civic Type R, with Stealth rounding off the 13 after not having the best race he's ever had. So, and TY gets the final fastest lap of the season, a 1:22.2 on lap 11. And now the final championship results. It is Sarex who is the champion. Well done to Sarex. He wins the N300 Touring Series from 4 points from Bidster in second place. Neil Farmack finishes third in the championship, 250 points, with TY fourth on 242. Scott's fifth on 230, good season for him. From Unforgiven in sixth on 226. 218 for Twirdy in seventh, with Pash eighth on 201. 198 for Nifty Dark Ninja in 9th, 10th for Techno on 163. Will just missing out on the top 10 in 11th on 125. Woo Woo on 112 in 12th. Then it's 13th for Domingo on 95 with Firepower on 89 in 14th. Thundercats 15th on 69 and Stealth racking up those 22 points at the end. Jaffa Cakes win the teams as well on 494 from Skittles in second on 413. Papa Smurf Racing on 231 in third with PG Tips on 201 and Automatic Racing on 194. Your Independence champion also is Sarex and wins the Drivers and Independence. TY second, Scott third, Unforgiven fourth, Twirdy fifth, Pash sixth and Stealth in seventh. So as we come back from that then, there is your winner, Bidster. Bidster wins the race, but your champion of the LPB N300 Touring Series, we're just going to watch him cross the line again. It's Sarex in the Hyundai. Well done to Sarex, a fantastic championship win there, and a thoroughly deserved championship there. He's done very well, very consistent throughout all the season, and picked a lot of good cars when people didn't. So did very well on the whole strategy form of it as well. So big well done to Sarex, and thank you all for watching this LPB N300 Touring Series, and we will see you next time. Take care, everyone. And again, guys, a big thank you to everyone who's watched the races. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. It really does help us grow as a channel. And yes, again, a big thank you to everyone that's watched this season. It's been a fantastic championship, lots of close racing, and Sarex is the champion at the end. We will see you next season. From LPB, goodbye.